And so there's been several efforts, and I believe there was a team when it was Edinburgh Junior College, but
Okay.
nothing to this magnitude. And obviously starting a football program today, very different than maybe it was 40, 50 years ago.
And is that because the valley's bigger, the school's bigger? Like why now?
That's a great question.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Real Grand Podcast. My name is Sam, and I'm excited for this one. Actually, I really truly am. I've been looking forward to it all day. We are sitting down with Mr. Chasse Conque, Senior Vice President and Director of Athletics for UTRGV. So thanks so much for being with us today, man, for real.
No, appreciate it. Looking forward to it as well. And ever since we really connected at the baseball stadium a while back, appreciate what you do for us. Appreciate you telling the story of the Vaqueros.
Yeah, man. And speaking of, let's get right to it. So D1 football in the Rio Grande Valley. It still feels weird to say that. How does it feel to you? How does it feel to say that we are a month away from Division 1 college football in the Valley?
I think about every feeling, you name it, excitement, anxiety, anxious, kind of impatient at this point because we're ready. It's been such an awesome journey the last several years, and but also very grateful. It takes so many people, and I know we'll talk about that probably today. We talk a lot about it taking a village to run a successful Division 1 athletics program. But then you add the fact that we're starting a Division 1 college football program, and so grateful for all the people that have been part of this journey that have helped us get to this point, and really excited for them and what they are about to experience, not just this fall, but 10, 20, 30 years from now, the growth of this program and what it's going to mean to this region.
Yeah. Okay. So just give us an idea. How long has this taken? So it's first season. We're here already. How long has the process been to get this thing going?
I think you got to go back decades, right? I mean, it's been something that's been talked about here at the institution, our legacy institutions, for a long, long time. I came to campus, was fortunate to get the nod from President Bailey in August of 2019. And quickly thereafter, we started really getting to work on what we wanted this department to be, what we wanted it to look like, and certainly football was part of that conversation. You go back a few years prior to that, there was a football feasibility study. A lot of people were involved in that, and even the study at the time said that it was feasible. That it is something that they felt like the institution, the community could support. But it's all about timing, and we had to make sure that we found the right time. When you go back in the institution's history in 2015, the inception of UTRGV, there were so many things that needed to happen in those first few years for us to even get to the point where we could talk about Division 1 college football. But really, fall of 2021 was a big fall for us. That was the year that our Student Government Association it took our recommendation that we brought forward to take this to a student vote. And so we had the student referendum in November of 21.
Oh yeah, we remember that. Yeah, the news was all over that.
And that was big because we needed our students to support this. And I don't think we say it enough, but there's no way that we would be in the position that we're in. We wouldn't be sitting here today talking about Division 1 college football if it wasn't for our students. They were the first to say yes, the first to make a commitment to invest in the future, not just their student experience, but their experience as alums. And since then, it's been fast and furious as we now sit here about 30 days to kick.
Yeah, man. And just thinking about the program, I mean, college football, Division 1 college football, it's a lot more than just face value sport, face value football. Like, I really want to ask you, and perfect person to ask because we're talking to both vice president of the university and director of athletics. How does Division 1 college football elevate the brand of the university?
You nailed it. It's more than just sport, right? And it's more than just a game. It's more than just the program or the athletics department. It's the ripple effect that it can have and has already had on so many facets of the institution and of the region. As you look locally in athletics, one thing that we really believe in is that all boats rise with a high tide. And as you look across the institution and you see the School of Medicine, the School of Podiatric Medicine, now the School of Optometry. You see our enrollment and the growth over the last several years. You see our record freshman class last fall, about 7,000 freshmen saying UTRGV is where I want to go to college. We wanted to make sure that we could do whatever we can do to contribute to the success of the institution. And then you look in athletics and you see the support that we're receiving from the Rio Grande Valley. You're seeing the attendance at basketball, at volleyball, finishing in the top 55 in the country in attendance this past year, baseball finishing in the top 35 in the country in attendance with 84,000 coming through our gates.
Wow.
All of that has transformed so much in the last few years. And there's a direct correlation when going back to the fall of 21, when football came on the scene and everybody knew that we were serious about it. I really think there's been this movement here in our region and a lot of people going, why are we not supporting the Vaqueros? Why are we not going catch a Division I college baseball game or basketball or volleyball or soccer match? And so it's had a ripple effect almost immediately throughout our entire athletics program. And then you see the community, you see the pride and the spirit and the pageantry. You can't go into an HEB, a Target, or Walmart without seeing people wearing our gear. That's changed a lot just in my 6 years here at the university. You get off the airplane at the McAllen Airport, and you see all the branding that we have through our partnership with McAllen, with the city and the airport. All of those things, they matter, right? And they give us a sense of belonging. They give us a tremendous amount of pride, and that's one thing that you can't underestimate about the 956 is the pride that folks have about their home and our region. And we're doing some big things right now.
For sure. Okay. So speaking of the region at large, because at first we were kind of talking about what it does for the school. What is this program going to do for the Valley? Because, I mean, it's for all of us, right? We're all in it together. What does college football do for the Rio Grande Valley?
Yeah, I think you start with our Saturdays are going to look very different, right? And so there's an entertainment value that we'll immediately have 7 home games, this fall at Vaqueros Stadium. You can't deny the economic impact, the fans traveling in, the hotel stays, the food, the dining. All of that is going to see, I think, a remarkable increase this fall, not just having home games here in the Rio Grande Valley. But then you also talk about the brand. You talk about the national brand of our region, of our institution, and football carries a big stick. And when you have a college football team, really it was the missing piece of our portfolio. It was the one piece that we didn't have. We're so proud of now our full 18 sports, but the other 17 are extremely important to us. But we needed this last piece to really be a complete athletics department, and we wanted to make sure that we gave our students on campus the complete collegiate experience. And so now you don't have to leave the Rio Grande Valley to get that. You can come to UTRGV, you can get that full experience, and that's very, very important to us. And we want to use athletics as a vehicle to tell the story of the institution, but also of the region. And so the more success we have, when the Vaqueros win, everybody wins, right? Yeah. And so it puts that brand, it puts our 5 letters, it celebrates the Rio Grande Valley. And those are some of the tangible and intangible things that we've already seen, but that we're going to see at a really high clip in the coming years.
Yeah, and so you talked about like the economic impact, like for the region. Do you anticipate that it's going to have an immediate impact right first season, right from the gate?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you look at what we've already done. I mean, just the construction that we've invested in, that the generous support of our community has helped us do for our student athletes and our programs. We're on the back end of finishing up about $180 million in investment in our facilities for all of our programs. Right?
Wow.
So you talk about the investment of Bob and Janet Vaquer and what the Vaquers have done for our institution and certainly our athletics department. It's that type of support that's allowing us to invest in these facilities. And so there's already an immediate economic impact and jobs, through our facility investment. But we think there's probably going to be 15, 20,000, while only 12,000 will be in the stadium because that's the capacity come August 30th. We think we'll have 15, 20,000 people there celebrating with us, enjoying the game day atmosphere, and being part of history.
Yeah, man. And see, like these conversations are important because there might still be some of us like in the community that still kind of have like maybe like an outdated idea of what the university is or what it used to be. Like, a lot of us still refer to it as Pan Am, which is cool. It's a legacy thing, right? But even 10 years ago, it's a completely different organization. And this is, coming from even looking through from the outside, you can feel that this means business, man. Like the research, like you said, the School of Medicine. It has not even just the athletics department. Is every facet of UTRGV is bigger, better every year, and there's just no denying that. I mean, like the people might feel like we're a small area, but the school, there's nothing small about it. I mean, like we're talking about ranking nationally for like different things, right? We see the billboards about like the best in Texas for like the tuition reimbursement, just a bunch of different things that we have to open our eyes and finally say, hey, like this is a big time school now.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I think as a region and people that, including myself, that love the Rio Grande Valley, we have to take pride in what we have. And
Yeah.
we're certainly proud to live here and to be from here. But what we have here is special. And to your point, I mean, when you're talking about an institution, 34,000 plus, and we're on track to have possibly another record year of enrollment this fall. You talk about all the academic offerings. You walk around our campuses in both Edinburgh and Brownsville, and you see the growth and the investment in facilities for our students. Even outside of athletics, right? I mean, just the institution in general over the last 10 years has seen so much change. But it starts at the top. We're so blessed to have one of the best presidents in the country. Dr. Guy Bailey understands higher education. He understands community. He understands the importance of affordable tuition and a school experience. He's committed to making sure that our students not just get a great education, but they have all the offerings that other institutions have. And so when you have that type of leadership, and you talk about our executive leadership team, and Dr. Maggie Hinojosa, executive VP, who oversees enrollment and strategic initiatives for the institution, and Dr. Kelly Nasor over advancement, Michael Mueller, our CFO, Veronica Gonzalez over governmental relations. The core team that Dr. Bailey has built are some of the best professionals and some of the best at their trades in the country. And so you put those kind of people together with a passion for the community, a passion for young people, for students, and it's really limitless, what we can do here at the university. But when you talk about the growth of the region and you couple that with the institution, the sky's the limit for UTRGV.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, in thinking about the football team, I mean, the fact that there's a football team now, that's just a product of the caliber of like dedication, right? To the, not even just to the school, just to the area. And it's amazing how, like I said, the team at it's not even just at face value, that's scratching the surface. I mean, it's a reflection of what you guys have been doing all for years now. I mean, the school has been, it's 10 years now, right?
That's right.
Exactly. 2015 to 2025. And it's just amazing because at that time, I remember that was my freshman year actually. I never got to go to UTPA. It was my freshman year was UTRGV already. And I remember my second year, they were already talking about Mac Brown coming to do like feasibility studies. He was like a consultant. And I was eating up all the reports. I was looking it up every day. Have you been able to go check out like the practices? Have you been like pretty involved with the guys out there?
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that's the fun part, right? It's a lot of work, and our staff in athletics, we've been very blessed with continuity. Our senior team has pretty much been together the entire 6 years that I've been here. We've added some great professionals from not just across the country, but from here in the Rio Grande Valley. And so we work hard every day. So much of what we do is behind the scenes to support our student athletes, make sure our coaches have the tools they need to be successful. But the special part is when you can go out there and watch practice. You can go watch them scrimmage one night. I got to ride I jumped on the team bus to Brownsville for our spring game back in April. And, obviously this fall I'll travel with the team and won't miss much. It's that's the fun part. And it's a reminder of the why we do all this. And when you get to see those 105 young men come together, all different backgrounds and walks of life, but come together for one common cause. And I can tell you they are fired up to be a Vaquero. They are fired up to play for UTRGV. They feel so much love and support from the community. Coach Bush has done a tremendous job building a staff, recruiting a great group of student athletes. And, we've had our practice year, went through spring ball this spring, and they've been working out all summer and actually report for fall camp tomorrow. They're tired of beating up on each other. I think they're ready to see another jersey, another color uniform, and they'll certainly get that opportunity here in about 30 days.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. Do you have any specific week on your calendar circled or
For this fall.
yeah for the football team?
Oh well, you can't deny the inaugural game, right? That's a big one. There's so much focus right now to make sure that we're ready. We want our fans to have the best experience. We want our students. We want our community to be able to come together and. But we get to build this together, and we've never done this before, right? And so it's going to be new for everybody. But we're really focused, laser focused on making sure construction is nearing completion at Vaqueros Stadium. Our on-campus facility is a few weeks out, so our team will have a chance to move into that facility at the Vaqueros Performance Center before their first game. So yeah, the big one that's circled is August 30th, but. To your point, it's a 12-game season, right? It's not just one game. We're going to do this 7 times here at home. We'll play 5 road games. Really excited to see Southland competition. I've been around the Southland Conference nearly my whole life, and so it's going to be fun to go back to some of the college communities, college towns throughout Texas and Louisiana. So yeah, there's maybe all 12 are circled, but certainly August 30th. Ready for that one.
That's cool. And I saw that Channel 5, there's that new game day morning show that's coming out. What are game days going to look like? Do we have I mean, obviously we're going to be doing the tailgates, right? That's going to be a must.
Absolutely. So we here in the next couple of days, there'll be a whole lot of information that'll come out of our athletics department. We hadn't even mentioned it yet, but so blessed that we sold out of season tickets. I mean, talk about a clear indicator that it was time to have football here in the Rio Grande Valley.
That's true.
And so we'll communicate specifics to our season ticket holders, all those that have purchased tailgate spots. And so that's a lot of information that we're going to be putting out, here in the next couple of days. But still a lot of planning, a lot of prep, that we have to do as a staff. But we so want that experience to be so good for everybody, and we're going to learn a lot together, right? Feedback is going to be really important. It may not be perfect, but I can tell you we want to make it perfect from day one. And we want to do right by all those that have invested in us, that have been so generous with their time and their resources. And that's our number one focus right now.
I'm excited to see like the traditions that sprout up. You know how like different schools, different programs have their own little either chants or little game day, I don't know, rituals. I can't wait to see. Are there any like traditions that you guys are already drawing up? Out?
Really, we want to lean on our students for that. There's a couple of focus groups that have been meeting and meeting more regularly as we get closer to kickoff. But there'll be some traditions, right? I mean, we've got our fight song now. We've got some of the chants and cheers that our Spirit has worked on. Our new drill team. But those are things that will morph over time,
organically, right?
Organically, and those are the best traditions.
Yeah, true.
So we want to make sure that our students have our support 100%, and as they have different ideas and would like to see different things on game day, we want to make sure we can fulfill those. But working closely with them, that's a lot of fun, and those traditions will come over time.
All right, and I got to ask you this: if you could say one thing to the fans, to the community in the Valley's listening, to get them riled up, to make sure they're on board with this, what would you say? And we got Valley football coming up. What do you tell the community?
It's going to be special. The journey has been special to this point. For me, when I have time to kind of get lost in thought and daydream, I think about driving up to that stadium. Now, granted, I'll be getting there very early, so I won't have that same drive to Vaqueros Stadium. Maybe that a lot of our fans will have. But you think about getting off the highway, and you think about being able to to look across there down Freddy Gonzalez and Longoria and see Vaqueros Stadium and see the tailgates and all the barbecue pits and the grills and the smoke and seeing family and community. And then you get there to the stadium and you're enjoying a day of festivities, right? You're hearing the marching band come in and start the Vaqueros walk, and you see the buses arrive with our football team. And as they get off the bus, walking through the tailgaters into the stadium. And then you file into the stadium and you're sitting there at your seat and you see that marching band take the field for the very first time. And I think that's going to be a really special moment when that band lines up and forms that V and the Vaqueros run through that home tunnel for the very first time. To me, that's going to be a very special moment for everybody that's a part of it that night.
Yeah, for sure. It's 7. Is that 7:30? Is that what I saw?
7:00 kickoff. So we'll have 7 home games, like I mentioned. The first 5 will be at 7 p.m. and the last 2 will kick at 5.
Is it Sul Ross State? Is that the first?
Sol Ross, yeah, and there's a lot of tradition, and there's actually a lot of unique ties. The Rio Grande Valley and Sol Ross have had I guess, a good relationship over the years. There's a lot of Valley football players because we didn't have football here in the Rio Grande Valley that have competed and played for Sol Ross. I've had a chance to hear from a lot of alums that live here in the Rio Grande Valley, and so it's a great first opponent for us. But we'll play a full Division One schedule. We will play three non-Division Ones. It's our first year. I wouldn't call us easing into it because we're going to play 9 Division One games and a full Southland Conference schedule. But we'll have a few non-ones early, and then we'll get into conference slate in week 4 of the season.
Week 4. Okay. Have we ever had a football team either for UTPA or UTRGV at any capacity?
Back and I'm probably going to mess up on some of the years, but if you go back and you look at UTPA's legacy institutions, even back when it was Edinburgh Junior College, I think there was a football team here. There's some great history in the 50s when they wanted to bring it back. They actually hired a football coach that was an assistant at the University of Kentucky, Coach Brooks. They ended up not getting the football program off the ground, and so he became the AD, and he's one of the longest tenured athletic directors in Pan Am's history. And so there's been several efforts, and I believe there was a team when it was Edinburgh Junior College, but nothing to this magnitude, and obviously starting a football program today, very different than maybe it was 40, 50 years ago.
And is that because the valley is bigger, the school's bigger? Like why now?
That's a great question. A lot of it is community, and not that the Valley wasn't big enough then to support it, right? You look at some of the college towns across the country, there's some very small college communities. But I think it's about timing. I think that's a big piece of it. I think the institution being so strong and where we are as a university, I think that's a big part of it. Football is not something you want to add unless you have a lot of other things in order, right? We're an institution of higher learning, higher education, academics first. But we all know that the student experience is extremely important, and so there's some internal infrastructure, just foundational things that I think the university need to do over time, and it was that time, right? And I think we all know that as we look at the indicators, we see the support, we see the community coming together. It definitely was time.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And like we were talking about, I mean, the level that we've gotten with the different programs and so many more PhD programs and research facilities. I mean, we're not even just talking about like programs, but like the school has physically gotten much bigger. There's buildings popping up all the time, man, all the time. That cancer center. I mean, it's just, I'm telling you, if you left the Valley 10 years ago and you came back today, you wouldn't know where you are.
And I feel like just in my 6 years, I tell people all the time, fell in love with the Valley from day one. But you think, my wife and I and our family think about what it was even 6 years ago to today, and we had a pandemic in the midst of all that, right? And that's a real credit to our university and our region that didn't set us back. We obviously had to manage the crisis of what that was for everybody. But we really came out on the other side of it with really clear plans, vision, intentions of where we wanted to be as an institution, and I think we're starting to see a lot of that come to fruition.
All right. Anything else you want to tell us about UTRGV football? Anything we should know?
We're excited. We're excited. I talked about Coach Bush earlier. The work that he's put in with his staff. He's hired an incredible group of guys and recruited, I think, a really talented group of young men. But I know they're fired up, and I know they appreciate so much the support of the community. But one thing to note is that this is a journey. We've talked about that a few times today, and it's been a journey to get to this point, and it's taken a lot of people to support it and to nurture it. But this program is going to need our support, through thick and thin. And I think there's unbelievable things in store from a success standpoint for UTRGV football. But it may not happen, overnight, right? And so as we use this analogy a lot in our office, it's like birthing a baby, right? It's our football baby, and it's going to have to be nurtured, and it's going to crawl, and then it's going to walk, and then eventually it's going to run. And I really hope that the Rio Grande Valley will continue to invest in this program the way it is. We're going to do everything we can to make it an awesome experience for our fans and for our students, to make the games fun, the atmosphere electric and incredible. We're going to have one of the nicest Division I FCS football stadiums in the country. I mean, you can't ask for a better place to compete and to watch a game. And if the Valley will continue to stay committed like they are right now, to this program, to this athletics department, to this university, we can be absolutely whatever we want to be. There's enough support. There's enough just positive things happening in our region. And I think we know that when the Valley comes together and gets behind something, it gets pretty special pretty fast.
Yep.
And that's what we're seeing right now with this program. And I think the best is yet to come if we'll continue with that same energy and enthusiasm that we have today.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's pumped. Man, those uniforms look so cool.
They turned out sharp. They turned out really sharp.
Was that a tough decision? Was that hard?
I give Coach Bush is really, really good at that stuff. And he's got, within some parameters, full reign. And he's designed some great uniforms, some great looking helmets. Those things they're big for our fans, but they're also big in recruiting. Our guys they want to wear nice things that they're excited about competing and playing in. And I think the football program's really knocked that out of the park.
All right, guys. Well, I mean, this is it. We've been talking about this for years, literally. I mean, even before it was UTRGV, but it's here. I mean, the future is here. The future is now. UTRGV football. We can finally say we have college football. I mean, that is truly a gift to the Valley. So thank you, on behalf of all of us, in the Valley, for what you and the program have done. Just know that what you're doing is so far bigger than the walls around here. It's way bigger than the institution. I mean, this school is one of the biggest driving factors that's making the Valley like just the level that it is now. So thanks for everything you've done. Besides the football, just thank you for all of it.
Well, and I thank you and I thank the Rio Grande Valley for welcoming us with open arms almost 6 years ago. It's a true honor. It's a pleasure and a real honor to be the athletics director here at UTRGV. So I appreciate you saying that. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, if you want to talk to Mr. Chasse Conque, you can catch him at the football games. I guess he's going to be there.
That's right. Yeah, I will be there.
Yeah, we will
be
catch
there
him at 7 on August 30th. All right, guys. Throw those V's up. We'll see you next week. Thanks for another week on the Rio Grande Podcast.